Today, the product we're testing is a network switch. It's a network switch designed for audio equipment. I think it's packed with features, but its price isn't exactly cheap. However, among similar products, I find it quite competitive. It's from the Hong Kong brand UNio. In the past, they've always released accessories, like equipment racks, spikes, feet, and so on. This time, it's their first time making an electronic product. No need for an unboxing, the product is already in my hands. This is called the UNio Poki. Why do I say it's quite competitive? I'll explain it to everyone in this video. Hello everyone, I'm Guerring. Welcome to feversound.com. Today we're testing the Poki from local brand UNio. It's a network switch for audio equipment. Before the introduction, a quick reminder. If you want more audio-visual product tests, tutorials, and the latest news, subscribe for free to our feversound.com YouTube channel. Also, click the bell next to the channel, so you'll get notified when there's a new video. No need for an unboxing. Basically, this unit was sent to me directly. Now that I'm holding it, I notice it's quite hefty. Why is that? It's made from very solid aluminium. Due to time constraints, the manufacturer gave me a sample with just the chassis. In fact, it's made from a single block of aerospace-grade aluminium. It's CNC machined. If we look at the back, you'll see what I mean. It's cut out like this, all in one piece. It's heavier, but it feels good in the hand. Next up is a switching power supply transformer. It outputs DC 12 volts and also provides 5 amperes. Of course, the product itself doesn't actually need 5 amps, but usually they leave a bit extra just to be safe. That way, the power supply is a bit better, but honestly, users usually add their own power supply anyway. With this network switch, the distributor included 2 network cables. These are the latest flagship network cables from Japan's AIM. The one on the left is the NAX. At the same time, they've also released a more affordable model, the NA4. I'll be testing both cables this time. Not sure if this matters to everyone, but both cables are made in Japan. Right, let's take a look at the back of the unit. Let's start from the left side. DC plug, 12 volts, 3 amps. Above it, there's a grounding terminal, so you can connect a grounding box. Next, there's a switch for the light. This light switch controls the light on the front panel. Some people might think having the light on looks a bit more high-tech, but some people just don't like it, so they've given you a switch for it. The manufacturer says turning the light on won't affect the sound. They've implemented isolation. Try it yourselves. When I tried it, I felt I'm a bit happier with the light off. 4 RJ45 2.5 gigabits per second LAN ports, and then there's one set that's 1 gigabit per second. Not 100 megabits, 1 gigabit port, Zen zone, independently shielded terminal, all RJ45, SFP plus 10 gigabit port. It supports gigabit states. Finally, there's a BNC 50 ohm connector for the 10 MHz master clock input. Designed in Hong Kong, assembled in the mainland. It's as simple as that. This is a Hong Kong brand, UNio. Their digital division UNio has launched this audiophile-grade network switch called Poki. Poki is made from 6061 aerospace-grade aluminium alloy. The casing is precision cut from a single block of aluminium using CNC milling. It's a unibody design. The craftsmanship's quite impressive. Here is the circuit board, fully in-house developed by the manufacturer. Let's look together. It includes 4 RJ45 ports supporting 2.5 gigabit transfer speeds, and a separate SFP port. It supports 1.25 and 10 gigabits per second transmission. You can use it with fiber optic cables, ideal for users needing optical isolation, or connect it directly to your equipment. As an audio-grade network switch, there's a dedicated RJ45 port on the back, labelled Zen zone. Speed is fixed at 1 gigabit per second. The circuitry uses independent isolation. The manufacturer says this port is designed for connecting streaming players. The aim is to physically isolate and eliminate interference from high traffic data. As for the main clock system, the Poki is equipped with a Kronos class ultra-low phase noise clock module. According to the manufacturer's information, each clock undergoes a 3-hour constant temperature test. Out of an average of 20 oscillators, one is selected as the core. This ensures data timing accuracy. If the clock isn't sufficient for you, there's a BNC external clock input on the back. The specification is 10 MHz 50 ohms. For power supply, the internal circuitry uses a shunt design with 4 independent DC voltage filtering circuits to reduce mutual interference between each chipset. Finally, to address battery EMI interference, the unit uses a carbon fiber shielding layer made in Japan, covering sensitive circuitry. Now, here are the specifications. The unit's dimensions are shown in the diagram. It weighs 3.5 kilograms.
Let's check the temperature of this UNio Poki switch. The one next to it is the linear power supply. It's obvious that the heat is concentrated at the linear power supply. It's 30 to 31 degrees Celsius. The room temperature is currently 25 degrees. So it's about the same, although there's a vent on top for heat dissipation. In reality, the whole device operates stably.
Right, now for the recording. Recording this UNio Poki. I've been using it for a few days now. I've also tried it with different machines during this time, but after recording, I switched back to my own reference system because it has a Zen Zone, the network port with the least interference. I connected it to the back. That's the Mola Tambaki. With Rune Ready, you can get sound directly just by using a network cable. As for the other network ports, connected to the network cable and other devices. The Rune server is connected in the same way. The Rune server is the Rockner Wadelight server for both the server and the DAC. I use AIM network cables. The rest are network cables I use myself, all branded network cables. I won't detail them, the DAC feeds. The Boulder 866 integrated amplifier and the speakers are Magico A3. By the way, let me mention one more thing, which is the linear power supply connected to the Unio. It's the Plixer DC 12 volt linear power supply that I use myself. It's simply because I happen to have it on hand. Alright, let's record something then. You know, a network switch doesn't change the sound signature, nor does it alter the game, nor does it affect the sense of energy in the sound, because it's all transmitting digital signals. So when it comes to network switches, they really only do a few things. First, they block interference, blocking some interference from the checks, and interference from the power supply. Then there's reclocking. There's a main clock inside, and if the main clock is more accurate, there will be less jitter. The signals are still transmitted as usual, but now because the signal transmission mechanism is very precise. Simply put, there's less chance of errors needing to be corrected, so the whole transmission becomes more stable. Honestly, just talking about the sound itself, there's more detail, it's more relaxed and effortless. The sound is more open, there's less harshness. Overall, there's a noticeable improvement. Of course, I think it's not just the switch that's impressive, the AIM NAX cable is also really good. When I paired it with my own more affordable setup using other branded network cables, there was a bit of a gap in performance. A network cable that shows its strength as soon as you plug it in is actually rare. With these two things combined, listening experience impressive. It has a lot of advantages. What are its shortcomings? When I review a product, I point out flaws since no product is perfect. No exception. Everyone understands. Speaking of a network switch designed for hi-fi use, supports multiple gigabit speeds. If it could also offer a 100 megabits per second option for users, that would make it even more comprehensive. For users with more equipment, the number of ports on this network switch might not be enough. Finally, regarding this Poki, although the included power supply is decent, if you want to unlock the network switch's full potential, you'll likely need to buy an additional linear power supply yourself. That seems necessary. Currently, the manufacturer hasn't provided an upgraded power supply option for everyone yet. However, it should be available next year, but to be honest, I've tried quite a few of these in recent years. Network switches designed for audio use. Some are just ridiculously expensive, while others offer improvements that are barely noticeable. But with this UNio Poki, I feel it's doing exactly what it should be doing. It has pretty much done it all, from the materials used in its construction to its self-developed circuit board, its price, and finally, its sound quality. The balance of every aspect has been handled extremely well. So, after testing this network switch for 2 months, I did something like this. This is the switch I was originally using, which is a Cisco, a high-end version modified by Clones Audio, and I've used it for several years. As you can see, it's packed with cables. I never thought of it on the audio side. There would be so many devices needing network cables. Of course, with the home cinema added in, it's not enough. So there's another one here as well. Let's take it out first. This is the ground box. I use this ground box together with the switch. Alright, let's swap it now. What about the power supply? Can you see it? Spooster. Dutch hi-fi power supply. Okay, let's take it all out first. Alright, everything's been removed. There's still a bit of dust. Poki is moved in now. This one might need to be put back. The AV products are connected over there. DC 12 volts. This Zen zone is for the Strigler. I chose the player side. Okay, this is the actual rune core. I'll sort out the SFP later. I haven't done it this time. That's all explained. That's it for the hands-on test. If you're interested, check the description box to see how much you can get it for. There's also a listening session over at Quinchain. We've tried out a lot of different types of audio products. Is this suitable? Watch it. That's it for today's video, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.